hours or so. Just a lot to talk about, and I got to tell you, I'm just catching my breath. I am mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausted from a lot of things that have been going on, and I'm going to be discussing those things. And in my personal life here with Dawn, we're good. Dawn's on her therapy appointment, on the phone with her therapist, and I got to say a few things before I went live, and all is well there. But there are some other things I want to talk about. But before we get to all that, first of all, let me make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. Let me check out the back end of YouTube and make sure that everything is rolling smoothly here. I'm just waiting for a second here, and it looks like it just popped up there. It's rolling very well. And let me also make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out, and it looks like it just did. And let me do a sound check. Mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausted from a lot of things that have been going on, and I'm going to be discussing those things. And all right, all is rolling well. And it looks like we're in sync. Good. Good. I'm a one-man show, unless my woman's doing a show with me, and she's not the most tech-savvy person. So when it comes to the tech stuff, I'm a one-man show. The tech, the front lines, etc., everything. So forgive me, all right? Yeah, thank you so much to the 11 people that are already here. Please smash the thumbs up. And please share this out. Today, I'm going to be discussing millennial men that don't understand women's emotions and content thieves. One more time. Today, I'm going to be discussing millennial men that don't understand women's emotions and content thieves. So here's how the show is going to go today. The first part of the show is going to be about myself discussing millennial men. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts about one particular person out here on YouTube that I recently did some content with, and I'm going to be responding to some of the things that he said and done, and I'm going to be practically calling out his behavior because you can compare it to another, millennial YouTubers' behavior, and the behavioral pattern is very, very similar in the way that this person or these two men, see women. And I honestly feel that, these men are a good example of how many, I'd say at least half or more than half of millennial men out there do not understand women's emotions. They do not understand what it takes to communicate with a woman. They don't understand what women go through, what women's, wants and needs are. Okay. And they just don't understand how women are at a natural and biological level. It took me a long time to figure it out in my life, and I've figured it out for the most part, I figured it out, which is what I'm trying to say. Which is why I've got a great relationship with my girlfriend, Dawn, despite how it may appear otherwise. And this is what a lot of these men either don't understand, or they're just coming out here on YouTube looking to just create cringy content. So we're going to get to that in just a second here. 22 people here, one thumb up. Please smash the thumbs up and please share this out. Then during the second part of the show, I'm going to be talking about content thieves. And a lot of people have been asking me, why do I continue to feed into a group of people that are just waiting for me to respond so they can respond to me? That's a very valid question. It's a great question. And the reason why I keep talking about it from time to time is because of the content theft. And the audience out here doesn't understand how much the content theft and the level it's being done at affects me. Even if I starve these people out, the content theft they continue to do is affecting me and will continue to affect me if I don't continue to point it out and share with people what's really going on. And I'm going to get into more detail regarding that during the second part of the show. I also have 2 Reddit postings regarding content theft that I'm going to go over. I'm going to read the postings and a few comments, because it's not just me going through this on YouTube and other social media platforms. It's many other people. It's becoming a trend. Content theft is becoming a trend for certain, so to speak, creators. I call them so to speak creators because they don't have any real content themselves. Maybe they do, but when they create their real content, they don't get the same traction as when they steal other people's content. Okay, we're going to get to that during the second part of the show. 28 in the box, 1 thumb up. Please smash the thumbs up and please share this out. Google says, Jamie is jealous of you and any other real man. I don't think it really boils down to that. Maybe that's partially true, Google. But I think, well, I did go back and scrub through some of Jamie's rebroadcast of my Walking with Purpose stream yesterday. And it was interesting how this whole thing played out, because there were 3 creators creating content on me as Don and I were live last night for our members only live stream. And I'll get into that here in just a few. AZ Prod, how are you doing? Welcome to the show, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for continuing to support the channel as a moderator, as a channel member, and for being truly understanding the situation. God bless you, man. I got mad respect for you, dude. You really get it, man. Thank you for that. 35 in the box, 2 thumbs up. Again, please smash the thumbs up and share this out. So I'm going to talk about Planet Mondo. I'm going to first preface by saying, Planet Mondo, you have been removed from the channel and you are no longer welcome here. And I'm going to explain to you why. I'm going to explain to you why, Planet Mondo, because you don't seem to understand what I was explaining to you regarding why I handle things in certain ways with my lady, which is the right way to handle things with any woman anyone would be dating, any woman any man would be dating. That's the right way to handle it. You don't seem to understand that. Okay. So to speak, creators, I dig it. Hello, Eli. Flint, how you doing? Welcome to the show. I don't know what you mean by that, but you said you dig it. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Please clarify if you'd like more so in the chat there. By the way, to remind you folks, during these in-studio streams, there is a 1-minute delay between what I say and what goes out. But let's talk about you, Planet Mondo, because you have now become a part of the drama groups, including the Jamie groups. And let's be quite frank here, Mondo. I see a lot of similarities between you and Jamie. Jamie's 39 years old. You're 37 years old. You're both millennial men in your late 30s. And you both have a similar outlook on things. And you both do not understand women's emotions at all. You don't understand it. Either you guys don't understand it, or you just want to create hateful content on it because maybe you guys aren't happy that you don't have someone special in your life, or for whatever reason, you guys just don't understand it. Yeah, you're welcome, Flint. You're very welcome. Okay. And the reason why you've been removed from my channel is you bought a channel membership while Don and I were live last night, when you also knew that there were 2 other simulcasts, one done by Susie, the other done by the disabled guy. And then at the same time that Susie and the disabled guy were rebroadcasting our paywalled content, that's huge content theft there. Jamie was reviewing my Walking with Purpose stream towards the end. He started reviewing it towards the end of when I was live, and then he went back and continued his show. And the reason why he did that is because he has a monetized channel now that's been dedicated to my content. That's why he calls it Coach Legion. And he doesn't want to do things to that channel that could potentially affect him being removed. Even though he's circumventing, somebody signed up for a Google AdSense account that he's attached to that channel. And I think he's trying to do what JB Gunner used to do or still does. He's trying to say, I'm an independent contractor. I do not own this channel. I'm working for the person that owns this AdSense account, right? But the bottom line is he is circumventing. And listen, I don't wish you any harm, James. You mentioned the same thing. You said you said it's not that you don't like me. You said you don't necessarily hate me or hate me on your show. You said that you have pity for me. Have pity for me regarding what? Have pity for what? I'm living my life in the best ways possible. I have a good family. I've got a great woman, and I'm happy within myself. So there's no need to have pity for me. I think that was a cop-out to cover up the fact that you do hate me because you want to come off to your audience like you're being a reasonable guy when you're talking about me, when the truth of the matter is, dude, I think you actually despise me. And that's okay, man. It's okay. It's your choice. That's my opinion. You have yours, and I have mine, right? But yeah, so, there were all these streams going on regarding me at the same time as Don and I were live here on Coach Eli 2 on our members only live stream last night. And we had like 13 people, 14 people on at one point. So, those were all paid members at the $4.99 level. And we really thank you and we appreciate you for truly supporting. But all of a sudden, Planet Mondo buys a $4.99 membership and then comes into the chat and starts to overtake the chat. Initially, you didn't overtake the chat, Mondo, but you did what you always do. You asked your questions, right? You asked questions in the same ways you asked me on the interview I did with you, Mondo. The interview I did with you a few days ago, you asked me the same questions that you came into the chat of the members only live stream I was doing with Don because you wanted to see how Don was going to react. You wanted to see how we were both going to react being together. Actually, I more so think you were there trolling, Mondo, on behalf of the Legion or even on behalf of yourself and the Legion because, at the same time, you were flipping back and forth to going to the other streams. Now, I didn't get a chance to see the rebroadcasts of my our members only live stream because they've been removed. But I'm sure you were going over to Susie's and Disabled and laughing. Right? I'm sure you were trying to provide the people that were rebroadcasting our members only live stream. You were trying to stir it up so you give them something to talk about because they're thinking, okay, well, it's going to be a boring stream. We need to send in Mondo or somebody to go in there. We'll sacrifice the $4.99, the $5, and then that way, we can make it entertaining for the content theft of our members only stream, of his members only stream on the rebroadcast. That's exactly what you did, Mondo. That's what you did because you kept asking the same question that I already answered on the live stream I did with you on your channel that I asked you to be a part of. You didn't invite me there. I offered because you've been talking about me and I said, hey, let me come on your show and clear things up, which I did. You asked me on your show, okay, I feel like Dawn disrespects you and this and that and blah, 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 blah. Or sometimes she'll fall asleep in the middle of the show. And I answered your questions there. And I basically said that both Dawn and I had been dealing with some stuff with Dawn's mom. Dawn's mom, we do not know what she's going through, but 1 minute she's cool. The next minute she's just flipping on the opposite end of things. 1 minute she's happy with how I'm handling things. The next minute she's unhappy about the same things, she was happy about a minute ago. And I've told you, Mondo, and I'll say it again, okay? when you have a parent that, like when Dawn's mom calls her 2 hours before we go live and hurts her feelings, it's going to affect my woman to react in ways she wouldn't normally react. Okay. She's in a very heightened state of emotion, rightfully so. And she, all those times where that's happened, I asked her, do you want to cancel the show? No, let's do the show. Yeah, Google says he's trying to impress his new friend Jamie. Once he actually starts to get attention from the ladies over there, Jamie will kick him out. Of course he will. Of course. It's all a game. And that's why I keep talking about it. These people don't understand. Like, I'm not a drama channel. Yeah, call this drama if you want. If you want to call me Coach Drama for a little bit, I don't give a shit. The truth of the matter is, it's all a game. And Mondo is a part of the game. And I want everyone here that truly supports Don and I to understand that Mondo is just playing a part of the game. Because Mondo does not have, Mondo, you can have all the money in the world and have a house. And same with you, Jamie. You and Jamie can have a house, have all the money in the world. But let me tell you something. Having a house and having money does not make people happy, right? 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 I may not own my own home, but I'm buying into my family's home, right? Even though James said, oh, you know, who's going to listen to a guy that lives at home with his mom? I share a house. Don and I share a house with my mom. Eventually, it will be my house, and I'm paying into it. And I don't care whether you think that's what's happening or not. That's what's going on. But the bottom line is, that's not what makes me happy. And you guys projecting the fact, oh, I've got a home. Mondo says, I've got a home, and I've worked hard, and I've made all this. I don't care. Good for you that you've worked hard, you guys, and you made your money and you have your homes. But you guys are miserable when it comes to your family life and your relationships. You guys are fucking miserable, right? And because I'm happy in my relationships, you guys want to project that onto me, right? So that's exactly what you're doing, Mondo, is you're projecting your misery at the fact that, you know, you've had 3 relationships that have been 6 years long, and you couldn't keep one of them around longer or marry them or have a life with them. That's on you, bro. That's on you. So, I mean, I don't understand, Mondo. You know, what gives you credibility to come and keep asking me the same questions over and over again on my members only live stream that I answered on the stream I did on your channel? I answered them respectfully and honestly. So Mondo comes into our members only live stream and overtakes the fucking chat. And this is something that a lot of people have done from that Legion side or the Coach Eli hate group side. That's what these people do, right? They send 1 or 2 people to kind of like low key troll to try to make them come off like they're really there for the right reasons. And then what these people do is they overtake the chat. They ask a question. I answer the question. They're not satisfied with the answer, so they keep asking the same question over and over again in different ways. Like, this is what Mondo does. Mondo's kind of like one of those competency tests that you get before a corporation hires you, where they ask you the same question in 3 different ways throughout the test to see how accurate all 3 of your answers are, to test to see if you're being honest. And Mondo, you failed. You failed. You tried to shit test me. I won your shit test, and you failed, Mondo. You failed. You can ask me the same question in 100 different ways, and I will answer it the same exact way every time, because that's the truth. The truth speaks for itself, Mondo. Hey, Donna, how you doing? So that's what he did. He kept coming in there saying, well, you know, your woman disrespects you and this and that. You were trying, Mondo, you were trying to get my girlfriend to cry. You came in there to try to get my girlfriend to cry. And let me tell you something. Finally, a stream that is in the middle of the night. Well, thank you, Don. I'm going to try to give you more content. Hey, Tia, how you doing? If you folks missed the first part of the show, please go back and check out the replay. A lot's been shared already, right? Tia, thank you so much for being here, and Donna as well. And Donna and Tia, thank you for continuing to be moderators and channel members still. Donna and I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much, ladies. Once again, there's a 1-minute delay between what I say and what goes out. So yeah, So yeah, Mondo, you bought a membership, whether you bought it with your own money or somebody donated for you to get it, it doesn't matter. If it's $5, not a big deal. Go ahead and cancel it, bro, because you're never welcome back here. And I was testing you, Mondo. Mondo, you were shit testing me to see how I was going to answer the same question you asked me 3 different times or 4 different times between your show and the members only chat. And then you also tried to keep poking the bear to try to antagonize my woman, which is not masculine energy, Mondo. Dawn looked up. Yeah, well, Mondo was starting to upset Dawn. No, Mondo, and Dawn wasn't mad at me. We talked about it. Dawn is over it. But I told Dawn, I'm going to talk about this because I'm going to further address the piss poor behavior of millennial men that don't understand women's emotions, wants, and needs. That's the problem with these men nowadays. Same with Jamie and same with Mondo. And Mondo and Jamie are like 2 peas in the pod. Mondo's 37, Jamie's 39, right? And yes, Mondo, like I said, you may have a house. You may have all the money in the world. Same with you, Jamie. You may have a house. You may have all the money in the world, but you guys are still miserable because you don't have the personal life that you want to have. Because without having a good person in your life to share all that with, all you guys are lonely, miserable clowns. That's it. You're lonely, miserable clowns. And then you have to fight off your loneliness by coming out here on YouTube and coming at people that you wish you could be like or have what they want or have what they have. In this case, what you guys really want is a woman that respects you and loves you at the level that Dawn respects and loves me. Okay? It doesn't matter what you think of Dawn. It doesn't matter, what you think of me. What matters is how Dawn and I feel about each other, and we're happy. And we're sharing our happiness out here on YouTube, and you guys just don't like seeing that because you guys can't have that. And that's because you guys do not understand what it takes to keep a woman around, to make her happy. You got to put some effort into it. That doesn't mean you're kissing her ass. That doesn't mean that, you're a sissy or a pussy. It doesn't mean any of that. What it means is you have to understand that women respond to everything emotionally first based on how they're feeling in the present moment. What matters to a woman, Mondo, what matters to a woman is how she feels every freaking moment. Women's emotions rise and fall like the sea from moment to moment, right? So if you can't comprehend that, Mondo, and have some tolerance for a woman's reactions and emotions, then I don't know what to tell you, dude. You're going to be a very lonely man for a long time. Yeah, maybe you'll get laid every now and then, but you're not going to keep a woman around if you don't understand that. Google says only difference is Mondo doesn't. Well, I'm not going to talk about that, Google. I'm not here to talk about all that stuff. Lady Witch, good afternoon to chat. Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. So yeah. Again, Mondo, you don't understand that sometimes women get emotional and it has nothing to do with her man. Okay? So you've probably been with women, Mondo, that have gotten emotional over something that has nothing to do with you. Dawn, every time Dawn's been emotional, it's been because of a phone call with her mother and her mother making her feel sad with what she said. And then the reason why I've talked about Dawn's mother lately is because I'm tired of people not understanding what's going on. What you're seeing with Dawn's reactions, falling asleep on the set sometimes, has nothing to do with alcohol or anything like that. It has to do with emotional drain after having a conversation with her mother, which she's going to take her mother's call every time, as she should. Donna says, actually, the fact that Dawn is confident and secure enough to challenge you is a very good thing. I love that about her. Yeah, Donna, I'm going to give you a big round of applause. You hit the nail on the head. You're absolutely right, Donna. You're absolutely right. But what people are not understanding is the most important people in your life are your parents. Okay? And to Dawn, her mother's words mean more to her than anyone. So if Dawn's mom calls her 2 hours before we go live and says something to Dawn that hurts her feelings, and then we go and do a show, it doesn't matter how perfect I show up. No one's perfect, but it doesn't matter how perfect I show up or how well I treat her. She's already in that state of emotion. That's very, very, very physically draining. And that's why she's fallen asleep. It has nothing to do with myself. It has nothing to do with alcohol. It has to do with emotional drain, which, see, you millennial men don't understand emotional drain. You don't understand. The most important thing to a woman is how she fucking feels every second of every day. And those emotions are going to rise and fall like the sea. And you don't get that, Mondo, which is why you're going to be a lonely and miserable man until you figure it out. I'm giving you good advice. You don't have to take my advice, but then you can remain lonely and miserable for the rest of your life. Yeah, you might get laid every now and then, but you're not going to keep a woman around if you don't understand their emotions, if you don't get that. Google says they might be a little similar, but I don't think Mondo admits. Yeah, listen, Google, honestly, I'm going to delete your message. I do not want you coming in here and saying those things, even about that guy. And I'm going to delete the Clorox message, okay? I don't want to talk about that. That's irrelevant to all this. This has nothing to do with that. Please don't come in here and say those things, okay? Honestly, I don't want that here. I don't. You're not banned. I deleted those messages. Just be cool, okay? Donna says some relationships are all consuming when they waver. It is emotionally and physically exhausting. Right, Donna. And see, you ladies understand that here, and the people here understand that. Okay? And so that's why I finally said, screw it. I'm going to talk about it because the public perception of some people out here has been that it's my fault why Dawn's feeling this way. No, it's not. If it was my fault, I would admit it. But it's what her mother says to her that drains her, and then she goes live with me, and then she's already drained. Now, I ask Dawn every time, are you sure you want to go live? I can postpone this. There have been times lately where I've postponed our streams. I postponed the members-only stream a few days because I wanted to give Dawn time to get over that phone call she had with her mother, 3-4 days ago that drained her. And last night, I thought she carried herself really well for 2 hours until Mondo started to come in and tried to stir the pot and tried to trigger my woman. You tried to trigger me, Mondo, and then you tried to go after my woman. That's a low blow, dude. And don't sit here and tell me otherwise. I don't care how many reaction videos you do. I don't care how much trash you talk about me. I don't care if you go to Jamie's channel or Susie's or Disabled's or anyone else's channel. You want to trash me, dude? You want to go live on Roy's channel? I don't care. I don't care because the people that are here supporting Don and I truly, they know what's really going on because they can comprehend how women's emotions work. They also know how pathetically beta you are and other millennial men your age. You are, Mondo. Mondo, here's the thing. Again, you can have all the money in the world. You can have a house. You can have all the money in the world, but you're sitting in that home empty and miserable because you just don't understand women's emotions. You don't get it. Hey, Sandra, how you doing? Coach is dropping truth bombs. I am, Richard T. Does she talk to her mom every day? Says AD Part. No. They typically will talk once or twice a week. But I think they're gonna take a little break for the next week or two because, right now Dawn's talking to her therapist and, whatever the therapist says, we're gonna do. But no, she usually talks to Dawn's mom once or twice a week. Mondo, I'm not trying to attack you or criticize you. But honestly, your behavior is beta. I don't care. Call me. If you want to create a stream with your buddy James and all the Coach Eli haters and call me beta, I don't care. I don't care what you guys call me. All that matters to me, Mondo, is how I see myself and how I feel about myself. And same with Don. But I'm going to call out your BS because you came at my woman last night in a soft trolling way. You were in there trying to soft troll. And I knew it while it was happening. The reason why I let you stay, Mondo, is because I wanted you to show your cards and then use you as my next piece of content for example purposes, Planet Mondo Beta Boy. Donna says, Mondo's comments were clearly designed to make Dawn doubt herself. It was cruel in my view. It was. That makes you a pathetic, weak beta boy, Mondo. You are pathetically weak. You're a weak man. You want to run around with all your little groupies that don't like what we're doing here because we're positive and we're truly helping people? Then go ahead and trash me all you want. Don and I and the rest of us over here, Mondo, are going to be laughing hysterically at you. AZ Prod says, sounds like a great idea. Yeah. You're saying, take a week or two off from talking. Yeah, is that what you were referring to, AZ Prod? I know that there's a 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out. Mondo, you try to come off smooth. You try to come off smooth and suave. You do that to hide your insecurities. You have insecurities, Mondo. We all do. Every person has some insecurities, even myself. But I've worked through most of mine. You have major insecurities, Mondo, and I don't know where they stem back to, and I really don't care. But obviously, the way that you're behaving, Mondo, you're trying to cover it up by being smooth and suave, but I read right through your crap, Mondo. The bottom line is you can talk all the trash you want about myself and Don between you and your buddies and the James and all that, but deep within you are struggling to love yourself. You are struggling emotionally. There is something lacking deep within you, Mondo, that you see in myself that you wish you could have. Forget about the money. Forget about the house, the money, what your living situation is, what mine is. Forget about all that. What I'm talking about, Mondo, is how you see yourself. You have no self-love. And that's very, very apparent to women that you're dating. When you lack self-love, Mondo, which is the problem with most of you millennial men that don't get this, when you lack self-love, it's very apparent. And no one wants to be around someone that doesn't have self-love. Because then all those people are going to do is seek a pity party. And so James was saying on his show yesterday when he was reviewing my Walking with Purpose stream that he doesn't hate me, but he has pity for me. No, dude, you're seeking pity for yourself, and so is Mondo. And you're trying to flip it on me. You're trying to project it onto me. You're also trying to show your audience that you're not a hate group and that you don't hate me because you got called out on the community post yesterday where I said that, where you said that your group's not a hate group. You are a hate group. You are a hate group, bottom line. You create hateful content. You also said, James, that, it's true. If I stopped creating drama content, my numbers would drop, right? But same for you, Eli. Well, let me answer that right now to you, James. My numbers, here's the thing. Here's what's affecting my numbers are the rebroadcast, James, because people, I could get out of the drama, right? Which I want to and I will. But there are people that watch your rebroadcast that would watch my streams here no matter what I talk about if you weren't rebroadcasting, and you know that. So let's say I go back to doing what you guys love the most, Reddit postings, right? If I went back to do that and there were no rebroadcasts, all the people that watch you when you simulcast me or when Susie does it or when Disabled does it or anyone else in your network does it, all the people that would watch me there would be watching my content. I would get 80 to 100 people here with my normal content that you call boring, if you guys didn't rebroadcast. You guys know they would watch me here, which is why you rebroadcast me, because you can pull that audience and try to spin it in a way that's entertaining for them, right? So don't sit here and tell me that, if I stop doing this drama or whatever, that, I wouldn't grow. I would grow further. But also, if I didn't tackle this head on and let you guys keep taking from me, it would affect me from even growing in the ways that we're growing right now. Flint says, Eli, you seem like a guy who reads people very well. I'm very intuitive. Thank you, Flint. I appreciate that. The reason why Don and I get along so well, Don is very intuitive, very perceptive, and so am I. And these millennial men, Jamie and Mondo, they're very manipulative because they lack self-love. They're very insecure. They're very unhappy deep within themselves. And that's why they do what they do, right? And they try to cover up their misery. They try to cover up their misery by trying to paint me as the one that's miserable. They're trying to cover up whatever's lacking within them by trying to say, I'm the one that has the issues that I'm calling them out on, right? You see what I'm saying? AZ Prod says, do a week of Reddit stories. I'm going to get back to doing that, bro. But I'll also do the walks and all that. That's coming very soon, AZ Prod. Trust me, there's a lot of that coming soon. There's so much more content coming, bro. So much more coming. But yeah, I appreciate that, Flint. Yeah, I'm very, very intuitive. And I am not going to be manipulated by men that are 11 to 13 years my junior, right? And there's no way I'm going to take advice from men that are 11 to 13 years my junior, when this generation of millennial men, I'm not saying all of them, there are some good millennial men that were raised right, but more than 50% of millennial men are just like the Mondos and the Jamies. That's the bottom line, right? They're struggling to find their purpose. And here's the thing, Mondo. What makes a man is their purpose. What defines who a man really is his purpose. I know what my purpose is. My purpose is to help people as a coach. I don't care if you think I'm a shitty coach or not a coach. I don't give a damn. What I give a damn about is how I feel about myself. And I know what my purpose is. And I'm living my purpose. You guys are struggling to try to even figure out what the hell your purpose is. That's why you're struggling. You guys have no purpose. So because of the fact that you don't have a purpose, you come out here on YouTube and create drama content and attack the people that you wish you could be like. That's the bottom line, period. End of story. 36 in the box, 7 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. Donna says, sometimes some emotional distance is positive, helps with perspective. Dawn will miss the chats with her mom, though. Well, no, Dawn is not going to be. Hold on a second. Give me a second here. I got a text message that I needed to respond to. Hold on a second. Give me a second here. I'm sorry about that, folks. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm waiting for a response here. It's important. Not critically important, but yeah. Give me a second here. Hang on. Hold on. Hang on. All right. That should take care of that. Anyway, give me a second here. Damn, what a cast of characters around here. Yeah, of course, Sandra. AZ Prod says new character every week, Sandra. Yeah. 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 Hang on. Give me a second here. Give me a second. All right, I got to take a quick break, folks, and I'll be right back to get back to the second part of the show. I got to take care of something real quick. So stick around. We'll be right back. are back. We are back. We are back. And we are just going to scratch it and get right back down to business. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube. Live on Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams, the most positive place on the internet. We keep it positive, but we also keep it very raw and real at the same time. If you missed the first part of the show, you're going to want to go back and check out the replay because I shared a lot of interesting thoughts regarding how millennial men just don't understand how women process their emotions and how they're affected by their emotions. I mean, it more so saddens me than anything that these men are not open and willing to take advice from experienced men like myself that have gone through what they went through and learned, and they just don't want to learn. They don't. Instead, they just want to come out here on YouTube and project their insecurities, which makes them look pathetically weak and ignorant and very childish. You know, that's why we call these guys, man-childs, because that's what they are. They're man-childs, right? So go back, check out the replay. Let me see here. Give me a second. Want to make sure that everything is still rolling smoothly and is in sync before I get to the second part of the show. Yeah, give me a second here. It more so saddens me than anything that these men. All right, we're rolling well. So let's get back to it here. The topic, once again, of today's show is discussing millennial men that don't understand women's emotions and content thieves. One more time, discussing millennial men that don't understand women's emotions and content thieves. Before we get to the content theft section of this show, I just want to wrap up the first part by saying this, Mondo, okay? Mondo, honestly, I don't think you're a bad guy, and deep within, I don't even think that Mr. James is a bad guy. I think you guys have a lot to work through internally regarding how you see certain things, especially how you guys see women. Maybe you guys have been through some bad relationships and they didn't work out, and you're trying to blame the woman for it, but you got to take a good hard look at yourself in the mirror, because I've made the same mistakes. And I've owned my mistakes, even my mistakes with my ex-girlfriend, Dana. That was completely my fault. I owned that, but I've been man enough to own that. And I learned from that, which has tremendously helped me in my current relationship with Dawn. You guys are just not open and willing to learn. That's it. You're not open and willing to learn. But one day you guys are going to find a woman that you really adore and really love beyond just the sex, beyond the looks and all that. You're going to fall in love with a woman, and she's going to break your heart. And maybe that's what it's going to take for you guys to finally figure out what you haven't been open to learning. Yeah, we all learn the hard way. Hey, you know what? I understand. I've been through all this. That's why I do what I do now. I do what I do now because I've been through this. I've seen this behavior because I've behaved this way. And I do feel for you guys, despite what you think or what you do out here, right? That's why I do what I do. And I don't need your pity, James. I don't need your pity, and your pity is BS anyways. Your pity statement is a cover-up for the fact that, yeah, there is some hate. Maybe you fully don't hate me, but you just don't like what you don't like about me, James, is what you see lacking in yourself. Same thing with you, Planet Mondo. What you don't like about me, Mondo, is what you see that you're lacking in yourself through me. Because nothing else would get you to react to me in the ways you have. It speaks for itself, and the people over here, they just know that, right? So spin it any way you want. Additionally, once again, Mondo, my woman has never disrespected me intentionally. She may have come off that way because of an emotionally draining conversation she may have had with her mother. And I'm understanding to that. And I'm choosing to be understanding to that because I understand my woman's emotions, wants, and needs, and I care about her. Okay. If I honestly thought she was disrespecting me, whenever anyone is truly disrespecting me, I call them out. I stand up for myself. Okay. But me saying that, 3-4 times, Mondo, isn't enough for you. So if you are not going to accept the truth after you ask the same question 3 or 4 different times, trying to get me to respond differently, if you can't accept the same answer, Mondo, I don't know what to tell you, man. You got a lot of work internally to do on yourself, bro. That's all I got to say. That is that. Best of luck to you. Take care. You come back on sock accounts, my mods or myself will personally remove you. Go run off to your Legion buddies or go run off to, all of the drama people in the gig economy or the drama sphere on this end and, go and trash me, dude. Oh, by the way, I hear that you and James are going to be doing a movie review stream together. A movie review stream between James and Planet Mondo. Let's see how many live viewers you get. 30, maybe 40. Maybe you might start off by 50. Maybe you might start off with 50 or 60, but it'll taper down because people will be bored. They're going to want the drama. They want you. What your audiences want, Mondo and James, is they want you coming at me, or they're going to tune away and tune into me instead. And you guys don't want to let Eli have his audience for his own content. You want to take that from him because it's something that you guys just can't create on your own. That's all. That's all it boils down to. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Okay. All right. Let's talk about content theft. Okay. I've got 2 Reddit postings here I'm going to be going over in just a second. But I'm going to preface by saying this. The only reason why I even feed into this drama group is not to give them more content to talk about me. Okay. They're going to do that regardless. Whether I talk about them or not, they're going to indefinitely forever keep using my content, right? So I almost have no choice but to talk about it. Because when you have this group, like they did yesterday, 2 of them rebroadcasted my paid members only live stream. One was Susie and one was a disabled guy. And then Jamie on his coach channel, whatever he wants to call it, right? He was reviewing my my walk that I did a few hours before Don and I went live members only here on Coach Eli 2 last night. Okay. And so they're going to keep doing that because they know that my name is what gets the traction. And they want to use my name to gain them more traction. The more content they put out there under my name or talk about me, when people will search for myself, Coach Eli, or whatever, they also find them, right? But again, look at the numbers. When they're not talking about me, look at their numbers. When they're not talking about me, or Granny's Watching Jess, or MD, or Amber, who went live earlier today. I got to catch the replay of her stream. Amber's back. I heard part of it. Amber, I'm so glad you're doing well. You sound wonderful. Or they're going to talk about Tiffany, or if they're not talking about any of these people, they're not getting the view. So it's not necessarily just me. It's about trash talking or creating fake instigated drama on other real people out here on YouTube, right? If they're going to talk about movie reviews or Donald Trump or news stories or whatever, other news stories, they don't get the same traction, right? So I'm going to throw this out to you, James, and say this. How about you try for 30 days between you and your network of people? That includes Susie, that includes Disabled Guy, and anyone, Wisdom, Brutally Honest. There are many other people that are a part of your group that will rebroadcast my shows. If all of you stopped rebroadcasting my streams in their entirety, then no matter what I would talk about here, I'd have 80 to 100 in the box. And you guys just don't want to give me that. But what really matters to me is the fact I know that. I know that. So I know that, and I say this with humility, but I got to say the truth. I'm the draw. I am the draw, not you. You're not the draw, James. You're not the draw, Mondo. Okay? You're not the draw, Susie. You're not the draw, disabled guy. I am the draw. If I wasn't the draw, you would get nobody watching your rebroadcasts of me. So you have to steal my content, and it is content theft because fair use allows you to use small excerpts for commentary and criticism and educational purposes. Small excerpts. Fair use does not allow you to rebroadcast someone's entire stream or piece of content because that's basically just doing the same thing they're doing. It doesn't matter if you do commentary the whole way. When you rebroadcast someone's 1 hour or 2 hour stream, in essence, you're basically taking away from that creator, right? If you do a small clip and react to it, then people will say, okay, well, he's talking about Eli. This is a small clip. Let me go to Eli's channel and watch the rest of the video or the stream, right? You guys know that. You guys know that what you're doing is content theft. 100% content theft. I don't care what you say. It's content theft. You are not using fair use properly. Again, fair use allows you to use small excerpts, 5% or less than the actual, amount, than the actual total amount of time of the content. Okay? All I'm saying is I want to see you guys not rebroadcast me for 30 days and see what happens. If you don't stop doing it, hey, whatever. We're going to keep growing here in our own special way like we've been doing. If you don't stop doing it, you're basically coming out and saying that you are live and die Coach Eli content. Or you're live and die content of other creators out here that you want to trash talk in fake instigated ways for your drama content, right? That's it. That's all it boils down to. That's why I keep talking about it every now and then, because whether I talk about it or not, they're going to keep on rebroadcasting. And if I keep allowing them to rebroadcast me without talking about it, then it's going to affect me from growing. Right? At least when I talk about it, I spit out the truth, and we may gain a few new people that see the light based on what I'm saying, right? Now, other people are saying, Eli, why don't you copyright strike them? Okay? Why don't you take further action? It's not worth it. You understand? None of these people, like Jamie's circumventing. If he goes down, he'll create a new channel. He'll keep doing it. Okay? The disabled guy is not monetized. If his channel goes down, he'll create a new one. Susie already lost monetization. If her channel goes down, she has a backup. Yes, they would all be circumventing, but they're going to do it just like Jamie does. So what is the point? What is the point? This is why the copyright system is flawed. It's flawed. So as a creator in my situation, you cannot rely on copyright to resolve this situation. This has to be addressed and tackled head on, and that's what I've been doing. And anyone that wants to challenge that, I understand, okay? And anyone that doesn't understand that, I don't know what else I can tell you. I'm being as honest as possible. If I had another choice, I would take that choice. I've tried everything, and nothing else has worked. What I'm doing now is working. That's it. Now, do I want to talk about this every day? No. But every now and then, when I see something that I want to comment on or do a reaction video to and use it as a life coaching lesson, I will do it. And if you don't want to be a part of that, then that's on you. No one is forced to be here. No one's forced to be a member. No one's forced to be a mod. Okay. There have been people that said, hey, take my wrench away. Okay, cool. Right? Right? There are people that have been members here that started to attack me on behalf of the Legion. And I banned them. I will ban a member if they're violating my rules here. It doesn't matter who you are. You violate my rules, you're disrespectful to myself or anyone in the chat, okay? You come in here and spam my chat like what Mondo was doing on the members only live stream yesterday. If you spam my chat, if you keep asking the same question over and over again, once we've answered it many times, you're going to be removed. In essence, you're disturbing the regular flow of the show. And I'm not going to have that because you guys want to send someone in to stir up the pot so that way it's more interesting for the rebroadcast. How about stop rebroadcasting me and that'll solve the problem for all of us, right? But you're not going to do that. So until you do that every so often, I'm going to keep raising the awareness of this. And that's just the way it's going to go. All right? So now, we've got 33 in the box. Let me make sure everything's still rolling okay here. Give me a second here. Okay? Give me a second here. If they're violating my rules here, it doesn't matter who you are. All right. So I got 2 Reddit postings I want to go over quickly here before I go off the air. Okay. So let's go ahead and switch on over to the browser source here. And get to the first of 2 postings. The first posting is from the subreddit Are YouTubers. And the title is People Stealing Content from Others. One more time. This is from the subreddit r/YouTubers, and the title of the posting is People Stealing Content from Others. And the original poster states, I do not understand what makes a person go, hey, this is a nice video. Let me not ask the creator nicely for permission and just go behind their back like an entitled scumbag. Well, that's a great way to put it. Entitled scumbag. That's what these people are. Use some third-party app to download it, or you can go to a website and do it. There are many ways you can download YouTube videos or videos from other platforms, right? And then re-upload the whole thing to my shitty meme channel. Wow. Amen. I have nothing more to add to that. I mean, it speaks for itself. What TF, we know what TF is, what the beep, right? These people trying to contribute here. They're not being creative whatsoever. No, they're not. They have no creativity, or whatever they're creative at is not going to get in the traction of them doing the content theft, okay? They're just stealing people's work they spent hours, if not days, making, and then have the audacity to monetize it. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's what they've done to me for 6 years, right? That's why I'm tackling it head on now. I'm very aware of the copyright takedown system, but goddamn, make your own videos, right? Make your own videos like I do. I'll talk about situations, but I haven't used one piece of any of these fools' content. None. Let's read a few comments here. And then they come on this sub and complain they got a copyright claim, or ask if they can do it without getting a copyright claim. Right. So I used to play this game. I used to take them down for copyright. Then they would file a counter notification, and 10 business days later, YouTube would reinstate the video. It's the copyright system. The Digital Millennium Copyright Act is so flawed that unless you're a major company with millions of dollars and you can take someone to court and fight it, you know, it's not going to work for you. This is what people don't understand, right? This is the system that Jamie and others have exploited to get away with what they've been doing for years. That's why I don't file copyright anymore. I don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Johnny531 says, and then people try to justify it by giving credit, more like trying to cover their ass if the original creator catches them stealing their content. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing more to add to that. I mean, that's a part of it, you know. I'm not going to read that. Eat My Donkey 1, great Reddit username. Oh, I send a remove immediately request, and they always take down the videos. Had one channel terminated because they kept taking my content. Well, here's the thing. People that are real YouTubers will always file a counter notification, and they will have their videos reinstated within 10 business days, typically a total of 14 days. And unless you sue them within those 10 business days or 14 days total, they're going to reinstate the video, and then these creators will laugh in your face. Oh, you tried to take me down for copyright, and you couldn't. It was fair use. That's what they do. So you know what? It's the copyright system is flawed, and you know, unless you're a major company with millions of dollars and attorneys on call or on the payroll or on retainer, it's not worth it. Yep, YouTube is pretty quick, thankfully. Yeah, they'll remove any copyright claims that you make very quickly, usually. Sometimes they take longer than others, but usually they take care of it within the hour or two. What TF are these people trying to contribute here? They're simply trying to get some reward for being lazy. Yeah, they're lazy. They're insecure. They have no faith that they can create something on their own and make it successful. So they steal from people that they perceive, to be better than them, or they perceive are more interesting, and either have gained a lot of traction or are on their way to gain a lot of traction. If all these people stopped rebroadcasting me permanently, that's when my channels here that I run with Don would take off. Because there would be 80 to 100 people here every single stream, no matter what we talked about, and we'd keep growing off of that. Don't worry, we're going to get there. I'm just saying, if they stopped rebroadcasting us and stealing our content, then, all the people that, usually watch my content on their channels would be here every single time because they are curious about what I'm going to say next or what Don's going to say next. When people are curious what a few people are going to say next, in this case, Don and I, they're going to go wherever the content's available. If it's available on the Drama Shit Show channel, that they've been supporting, they're going to go there. If it's not available there and only available here, they're going to go to the only place it's available. And that's why people like Jamie and the others that do this, that's why they exploit it. That's what they do. It's exactly what they do. It makes no sense. What makes no sense, AZ Prod? Please be more specific. Little Chill 94 says, I completely agree. There are over 500 copyright videos right now using my content. Wow, that's a lot for one creator. That's about what they've done to me, maybe more. I usually spend an hour a week purging all with copyright warnings. I may start doing that. Like, you can send a 7-day warning, and as long as the creator deletes the content within 7 days, they will not process the copyright takedown. You can either send an immediate takedown request or give a 7-day warning, right? I may start doing the 7-day warning. Maybe, maybe not. But that is an option. So that's good what this guy's doing here. However, if someone has linked my channel in the description or given credit to me as a creator, I let them keep the video uploaded on their channel and don't send any copyright infringement. Well, it depends how it's affecting you. If they credit you and they do an honest review and they use small excerpts, not the entire piece, then that's fine. But if they re-upload your entire piece of content with no commentary, and even if they credit you, that's not going to help you. Basically, it's like a mirror site mirroring your video. YouTube automatically mirrors your videos all over the world on the same platform. Okay? We do not need other people re-uploading our content to mirror it to other people. And that's not why they're doing it. They're doing it because they're taking your content and they're monetizing it to their audience. That's all they're doing. Just have the decency and respect for the creator. I have never turned down anyone who asked for permission to use my content. I am honored they like it so much and wanted to share with their own audience. I'm beginning to see it that way. Like, I feel honored that James and Susie and Disabled Guy and anyone else that's rebroadcasted me or has constantly used my content over the last 6 years, I am actually really honored that you folks are doing this. But at the same time, it does affect me if I don't talk about it. If I talk about it and call you out on it and use it as example purposes, when you people come around looking for my content and find yours instead, they're also going to find me. They're going to listen to you responding to me. And if I'm saying this in the videos you're responding to by stealing my content, people are going to say, oh, Eli's making sense. Let's go to Eli's channel, right? What do you think has happened here lately? You know, there are some people that have come here that used to watch the rebroadcasts because they're realizing what's really going on because I talked about it. If I sat still and did nothing, no one would know. And these people would further use my content and use my name, and they would SEO bomb my name in their favor. And anytime anyone looks for Coach Eli or Elias Melas, they're going to find them over me. That's what they're doing. They're SEO bombing me, and they're basically trying to, gain more credibility using my name than me using my own name. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to call it out every time. Original poster said, but monetize it though? I don't think I would be cool with that. They've been monetizing me for hundreds of thousands of dollars for the last 6 years. And the thing is, it's hard to stop. It's almost impossible to stop it. You have to tackle it head on. Every YouTuber that's dealt with this has talked about it publicly. So that's why I talk about it publicly. And every now and then I'll keep talking about it publicly until it changes. Either that or until I gain a big enough following that is 10 times bigger than these groups that are doing this, and then it won't matter anymore. It won't matter what they do anymore. When they steal my video and give me credit, I always comment telling them that if they want their audience to see it, then just post the link to it on their community tabs before removing it. Rare times they listen. Well, yeah, they're trying to monetize your content. That's all they're trying to do. If money was not involved, these people wouldn't do it. It's 100% for money. A couple more here. It's kind of the same with Facebook. They download your video and upload it themselves on their page and get massive views. Instead of just posting a link to your YouTube videos, it's really frustrating. Yeah, it really is. But you know what? I'm learning to deal with it and learning to tackle it the right way, head on. If I'm not mistaken, Facebook is also monetized. So on there, they also get revenue from stolen content. In the end, most people only care about themselves. The only people that get protection from copyright are the major movie studios and television studios and recording in the recording industry. Okay, the RIAA. The dog, Bochi's barking at the TV. Oh, I heard him. I see him on the camera. Bochi's watching TV right now. Yeah, you can monetize on Facebook now. And I'm not going to do it. I mean, YouTube is more than enough for me. But yeah, it's just really sad. Let's continue. They probably do it to get rich quick and not respect the creator at all. Well, it's either get rich quick or have a continuous revenue stream coming in based off of your content. And having everything that gets some traction out on YouTube, for example, be based on your content or similar content like yours. It doesn't have to mean, it doesn't mean it's just me. It's other people like me that they do this to. Some creators do it to multiple creators. And they're trying to leverage their audience by using that audience's or by using that creator's own content against that creator and turning their audience against them. And then that audience will say, oh, well, why is this dude rebroadcasting, this woman's or this man's content every day? Now let's go check him out. Then they go over there, and sometimes they're sucked into that, what they like to call entertainment content, but it's really a drama shit show. It's really just fake instigated drama. It's stupid. It's content theft. Just take a look at shorts. 99% of what I see are stolen clips from podcasts that someone subtitled and clipped themselves and are ranking in views, subs, because there's no copyright strikes on podcasts that have no copyrights in place. But podcasts wouldn't care anyway, because all it's doing is indirectly promoting their podcast to more people. You would think that in most cases, them doing this would help the original creator. But some creators are really good at destroying the reputation of the creators they do this to. So that way, they leverage all of it, and the original creator gets nothing. That's what's happened to me. For me, they've painted me as the opposite of who I really am, and they've monetized the majority of my content on their end, and I've been able to monetize very little of it. It's starting to turn around now, but it's been a lot of work to get it to where it's at, to fight it, and it's still going to be work. But I'm going to keep going, and it will turn around. But yeah, I get where this person's coming from. Worst part is that I think they won't even get copyrighted for it. I just saw this guy on YouTube. He had uploaded 50 videos over the last 3 months and already has 111K subs. And all he does is take long-form content vids from a creator doing stories, and he uploads them as shorts. Even if he uses another guy's voice and same pictures, all he does different is the text on the screen. But if I remember correctly, that makes it your content. Yeah, using AI still makes it your content. Okay? But if I remember correctly, that makes it your content. So it's freaking absurd. People are literally commenting, oh my God, I love your content, and it's not even his content. Yeah. Yeah, it's really sad. It's really super sad. All right. Let's go to the second Reddit posting here. This is from the subreddit r/Destiny. And the title of the original poster is, I really wish people to stop defend content thieves. Well, he's from another country probably, but he's trying to say, I really wish people would stop defending content thieves. Yeah, me too. Because there are people that support the content thieves, that love that cringy content or whatever, right? And they still support the creator knowing that they've stolen that content. That's what truly enables these creators to keep doing what they're doing. If there was no audience to support it monetarily, they wouldn't do it, right? Whenever I saw the comment about, to be fair among gold is giving unique perspective, but this channel always cite the original source BS, I get frustrated. Yeah, just giving a video credit doesn't mean that you're not violating copyright. You still are. Unless they wire the money to original content creator, those things above mean effing nothing. I hate streamers like Among Gold, XQC more than right wing or left wing grifters. They are the worst kind of content creators. Yeah, because they're stealing people's content and calling it their own, and their audience believes it. Let's read a few comments here before we go off the air. Please get your final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in just a few. Unfortunately, on this issue, our streamer is kind of with them, though he has made it known that he is open to revenue sharing through licensing. Well, shouldn't they handle that beforehand? Some people like myself, just want to do our own thing. We don't want to revenue share, even if people want to pay us to use our content. We just want to focus on creating our own content. That's our choice. It's our choice if we want to revenue share, our content, or if we want to keep it all to ourselves, right? Arbor715, the original poster, says, yeah, I think that's just bullshit. D-Man is also a thief. Open to revenue through licensing. He's the one that has conviction to kill the people for protecting his property. F his principal. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that person is, and that didn't make a whole lot of sense, but I think the original poster is frustrated that people are either stealing his content or other people's content. The Jigstra says, bro, chill. We are on some niche issue that concerns only content creators. No need to bring that scorching moral outrage with the weight of God like that. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Stick to the topic at hand. Stick to the topic at hand. And then the original poster response that says, yeah, there is no need indeed, but I sometimes want to smash that outrage button when D-Man is stealing other content. And I can understand that. That's a fair statement. That's an absolutely fair statement there. It really is. Yeah. And these people, they do it on purpose. Then they try to trigger you on purpose. Like Jamie was trying to trigger me yesterday. I'm not triggered, man, because I know at some point you're not going to be able to keep doing this for the rest of your life. I know at some point it's all going to catch up to you, James. And here's the thing. I said this before. I'll say it again. Jamie has on that coach channel a halfway monetized channel. So he doesn't have the full ad revenue on there. He just has fan funding. And there have been people donating a lot of money there, right? I'd say he probably has a good $500 or maybe more already through super chats and super stickers, right? But Jamie also knows he's rolling the dice. And the people donating are also rolling the dice, because if his channel goes down for circumventing, that means all that money that's in there, he won't get it paid out. And the people that donated will lose that money. I can't understand why. I don't understand why Jamie would have these people super chat when he knows if he doesn't make it until the 20th or the 21st of this month and get paid out, if his channel goes down before the next payment of Google AdSense, then that money will never be paid out. He'll lose that money. I don't understand why. Why don't you talk about that, James? Why don't you talk about the actual things? Do you not care if the channel goes down and you lose that money? Are you using your audience to donate to you because you think the super chatting that's publicly viewable is going to trigger me? It's not triggering me. But what I am saying is at some point, that channel will go down, and whatever money's built up that particular month, or it could even be this first month, you're going to lose it all. And who's going to be laughing then? I'm not even trying to be mean. I honestly don't hate you, James. I don't like what you're doing, but I don't have any pity for you. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't have any pity for you, but I don't hate anyone necessarily. I don't like what you're doing. But why don't you talk about what would happen if that coaching channel that's monetized gets shut down for circumventing between now and the next time Google AdSense pays out, typically on the 20th or 21st of each month. So today's the 3rd. You got to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 7. You got to go 17 to 18 more days and pray to God you don't get shut down so you get that money paid out. I don't understand why you would even have a monetized channel or have people donate their hard-earned money when they could just send it to you via PayPal. Why wouldn't they send it to you via PayPal? Is it because you want to try to trigger me on the front lines by me seeing that you're a circumventing creator that has a monetized channel getting super chats, making more money than me? Well, you haven't got that money yet, dude. And I'll tell you, dude, if over the next 17 to 18 days your channel goes down, dude, I don't even care. Like, honestly, I don't even want to laugh at it. It is going to be comical, but I'm not even going to laugh at it. I'm going to be like, why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself and the people donating to you? That makes no sense to me. I really would love for you to answer that. Honestly, you're not going to answer that, dude, because it's not going to make sense for you to answer it. You will never answer that. And if you try to answer it, you're going to go pussyfoot around it in a roundabout way. You're going to deflect like you guys say, I deflect. You're going to deflect because you know it's the truth and you don't want your audience to think that. And your audience should already know when they're super chatting to you, they're really risking losing the money that they donated to you and you losing it too. I don't get it. I don't get it. So here's another one. Okay. Do you know how many simps have been or have said that I would never have watched if my streamer didn't upload this video on his channel, or because of the streamer, I know this channel and subscribe? Well, there is some truth when people use your content. You know, you may gain a few people from that, but it all depends on the type of content they're creating by using your content, right? If they're trashing you and painting you to be a piece of garbage that, you know, no one wants to be around, and they sell that to their audience, then very few, if any, people will come to the side that's having their content stolen, right? Now, that is unless you do what I do and tackle it head on. And then people will say, okay, well, if he's going to rebroadcast me, then let me talk about what's really going on. So while he rebroadcasts me, his audience is hearing what's really going on. And who knows? There may be one or two people that say, yeah, this is ridiculous, right? So that's that. We're at 1 hour and 36 minutes. You're back, GLM. I hear the guy and company has much to say about me not being at your channel. Whatever differences Eli and I have are between me and Eli. I've never stopped liking you, GLM. GLM says, I will always support Eli's right to exist and pursue whatever he wants to pursue, even though I'm not at this channel. Eli knows how to get a hold of me if he needs anything. If the other dude needs anything, oh, I think you're calling James. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, GLM, look, I have a lot of respect for you, and it's all fake instigated drama. And I'm glad to see you around. Come and go as you wish. I see you changed your channel name. Dead at 39. That's interesting. But, you know, Don has never stopped liking you. Don loves you. I think you're a good person. I know you've had your issues with other people. And I just, you know, I hope you've gotten them resolved, or we'll be getting them resolved. But yeah, you know, I'm just going to keep doing myself and keep doing what I need to do to move this forward. And as long as these people continue to rebroadcast me, I will occasionally talk about it so people know what's really going on. And that way, some people might have a moment of where they're checking their morality and their ethics and, you know, and their values, their morals, values, and ethics. And, hey, they might say, hey, Eli, you know what? Yeah, sorry about that. It's not right what's going on. I'm here. I'd like to support you if you can give me a chance. We're sorry. And hey, no need to apologize. You want to come over here after realizing what's really going on and you truly want to support this positive content. Sure. That's on you. Thank you so much though. Right? That's it. But thank you, GLM. I appreciate you. Okay. I really, really do hope that, all of the issues you've been having with some people get worked out. I truly wish you the best. I saw you change the Clips channel. I was never going to take you down. I actually really liked that Clips channel. I honestly thought you did a really good job, but I understand. You wanted to move on from it, and it's all good. But I really do think you did a good job, and that was an authorized Clips channel. And if you ever want to do something like that again, you will always have my authorization. That's how much respect I have for you. Despite what anyone else thinks, GLM, that's how much respect I have for you. Okay. So with that being said, folks, I'm going to get on out of here. I might do a walk a little bit later on. I got to take care of a few things around the house. Dawn's appointment with her therapist has ended. I want to check in with her. Maybe make her something to eat real quick and then go from there. Okay. All right. So with that being said, have a good one. Take care. And as always, I never went back to full screen. Let's end it full screen. And as always, be good to each other.